After India beat Australia 2-1 in the Test series, Aussie captain Tim Paine was, well, in pain.
It's pretty clear if you take two or three of the best players out of anyone's lineup around the world, you're going to struggle if you took Pujara and Virat.
Paine's two players, of course, were his former captain Steve Smith and prolific opener vice-captain David Warner, both suspended for a year after being caught tampering with the ball. Dubbed Sandpaper Gate, the story starts way back on the night of November 15, 2016 in Hobart, after Australia had lost 5 tests in a row, 3 to Sri Lanka and 2 to South Africa. The captain was desolate, sitting in his room with a few teammates after the match, when he had some visitors. They were Cricket Australia's James Sutherland and Pat Howard. According to an interview Smith gave Fox Cricket host Adam Gilchrist,
"We don't pay you to play. We pay you to win. Do you understand us?"
The gritty Aussies hit back, winning the last test against South Africa, then beat Pakistan at home 3-0, drew the away series against both India and Bangladesh, and demolished England 4-0 at home. Things came back a full circle as Australia faced South Africa once again in March 2018. The visiting Aussies beat the Proteas in the first test, but on the second last day there was an ugly incident when Warner apparently assaulted Quinton de Kock. South Africa hit back, winning the next test, and were in a dominant position in the third test at Cape Town. Warner, who was ready to do anything to win at any cost, took Cameron Bancroft to the side and slipped him some sandpaper. "Use this, mighty, and get the ball to swing." In a normal outswinger that is going away from a right-handed batsman, the ball needs to be held with the seam angling towards second slip. Roughing up one side of the ball will make it swing the other way without any change of grip. But balls don't get rough enough until at least 30 to 40 overs. Shining only one side of the ball and keeping the other side rough changes aerodynamics as the older side traps more air, making it rotate at a faster pace than the shiny side, pulling the ball towards its side. At speeds of over 140 to 145 km an hour, the same outswinger will now move into the batsman, known as reverse swing. This swing happens just before pitching and so late in the delivery that it makes it difficult for the batsman to pick. Players from most countries have been accused of illegally tampering with the ball, which is governed under Law 41 subsection 3 of the laws of cricket.
The ball may be polished without the use of an artificial substance, may be dried with a towel if it is wet, and have mud removed from it under supervision. All other actions which alter the condition of the ball are illegal.
The best legal method of ball tampering? Put on a bad spinner. A couple of hits for 6 into concrete stands would rough up the ball perfectly for the quickies. But with 30 cameras watching, Warner's was a stupid move. No wonder Steve Smith laid the entire blame at Warner's feet. In a press conference at the Sydney Cricket Ground in December 2018, he tried to distance himself from the incident.
Had the opportunity to stop it and I didn't do it, and that was my leadership failure.
Smith is hoping to get his countrymen's sympathy before easing his way back into the squad by way of a TV advertisement that was aired on prime time during Big Bash.
I was in a pretty dark space.
I'll do everything I can to make up for my mistake.
He may want to sound less responsible than he really is, because this is not the first time he has bent the rules. During the 2017 test against India, he had asked for an umpiring review after getting a signal from the dressing room, not within the rules. That time he got away claiming
That was a bit of a brain fade on my behalf.
a relatively new addition to the side. Cameron Bancroft was given a lesser suspension of 9 months and was under pressure himself, as he later admitted.
If I had said no, and I would have felt like I'd let everybody down.
26-year-old Bancroft learned yoga during his 9-month forced absence from the game.
Many people will judge you as a cheat, but that is okay. You forgive them, as you have to forgive yourself for what you did.
Warner has yet to make amends. However, the road for him appears tougher. Smith is likely to return in time for the ODI series against Pakistan in March, but is barred from holding any leadership position for another year.
I think he will come back into the captaincy, yeah.
After Sandpaper Gate, however, the Australian Cricket Board went overboard trying to show the world that they are a bunch of nice folks by introducing a policy of elite honesty, where their new mantra is,
You don't need to cheat or be mean to win.
This niceness is completely against the natural aggression of the Aussies. Take this for example, trying to be nice around Finch.
Ball's going down leg. I want to ask for a review, but hey, we gotta be nice and accept the decision.
Ever since this new nice policy, Australia has not won a single test or ODI series. After taking into consideration the opinion of the current team, the trio will gradually be eased back rather than being inducted straight away. While the cricketers are being resurrected, administrators of the game were purged. James Sutherland, CEO, Cricket Australia; Pat Howard, Cricket Australia Chief; David Peaver, Chairman, Cricket Australia; Ben Amarifio, Broadcasting Boss,
We're all sacked.
This taming of Australia will not work and make them into a lackluster side. It's time to bring on the aggro and play cricket hard but fair.
We were all angry and wanted them to pay for what they had done, but they have suffered enough. It's time to move on.
Bisbo's Limerick! Tampering with the ball is an illegal thing. The more a side gets rough, the more it swings. Smith and Camp may be back with a bang, but for Warner, his recall does not necessarily bring.
Subscribe to Bisbo's channel. Be sure to click on the bell icon.
First to know when Bisbo releases a new video.